This is a clear splice connector. It requires 2 power connectors, 1 for each side of the connector. And if you're doing it outdoors, you're going to want some heat shrink for each side and possibly even a little bit of silicone. Okay, so the first thing you want to do before you do anything, install the heat shrink over the rope light. You don't want to have this put together and realize that you forgot the heat shrink. So I always like to do that first. There we go. Next thing is install the power connector. What we like to use is just an old screwdriver that we sharpened into a point. What we want to do is pierce or pre-puncture the main conductor wires of the rope light. So when you're doing that, the main thing is that the point stays in the center of the main conductor wire. Get it right in there. You want to go in about a 1/2 inch and make sure you see the main conductor wires expanding around the point of whatever you're using. So if you don't have a screwdriver like this already sharpened to a point, no big deal. Sometimes we just use one of the sharp prongs and pierce it in one side, pull it out, pierce it in the other. So this guy's ready to install. Now you can do this backwards, so make sure that you have it flipped the right way. It may take a little elbow grease to get in there. Maybe take some pliers, help push it in. There you go. And then do the other side. I want to get it all the way. I want to get it seated nice and tight. Okay, so now it's time to put them into here. If you're doing it outdoors, I like to add a little bit of silicone, just a dab. You don't need much. This will help waterproof it. And another thing it'll help is actually lubricate it, like lubrication. So as you're spinning it on, it'll be a little easier. Also, you just need to make sure that because the pins are offset up and down, make sure you know how they go in. Take that, smear the silicone around the sleeve. I'm watching those pins. I need to get those pins lined up. There they go. Push it all the way on. Watch that power connector go all the way to the front of it. There we go. Same thing here. That slid on actually pretty good. Kind of twisting it back and forth. You can install it upside down, so be careful. Make sure you're not doing that. But you can watch it. Sometimes you can get one pin, and you kind of have to play with it to get the other one in there. There it goes. Went right in. Okay, at this point, before I install my heat shrink, I just want to make sure that it works. Okay, it works, so I'm going to go ahead and install my heat shrink. Not actually going to do it, but I think water is your worst enemy, so the more heat shrink, the better. So protect it, keep that water out of it, and you'll last for a long time.